Welcome to part two of this repair and recap on this Technics unit. The model number again is the SA-5570. So the new capacitors came in and I thought I recorded doing it, but apparently I didn't. I didn't push the record button, so I do have all the smaller caps done all the way up. But what I'm going to do today in this recording is I'm going to focus on these two here. These two caps are a little bit not really hard to find. It's just that they're more expensive, and the client I have didn't know if he really wanted to spend the extra money, but he ended up doing it. So they have finally arrived, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to find the caps that had the same footprint and pins, but I actually did find them. And here they are here. I got them from Digikey. And I measured and they will fit. Now the only thing where they won't fit is length. So you can see they'll still come just to the top of this support here. But everything else is pretty close. Diameter is just out a little bit. So they will fit. So that is fine, and I'm going to get started on those. So I'm going to get started by, actually just to let you know that I did run and test the unit after I did recap it, and everything sounds great. So we are currently looking pretty good for this unit, and let's get started replacing these caps. Get this one done. Okay, so here are the two caps that we're going to take a look at, and I'm just going to turn a couple things on here. Now, while we're waiting for that to heat up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a quick voltage measurement across these two caps to make sure they're not holding any voltages within them. So the way these work are this lug and this lug are dummy lugs. They don't connect to anything. They're more for stability. And this one and this one are your positive and negative terminals. So probe these. And it's got 0.3 volts DC and 0.05 volts DC. So it's not holding any voltages. So basically if I did this, I'm not going to get zapped. Yep, perfect. So you can see I'm kind of moving it. Now these aren't locked in by anything. You just see I just pulled the first one there. So there is the first one out. I'm just going to do the same thing. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling straight down because I want to make sure there's a little bit of solder left on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the soldering iron here and just move these a little tiny bit with the heat on it. So just kind of get it away from the edge there. Let it cool. Do the same thing. That one is free. This one is locked. Still soldered. Just want to add a little bit of heat. Loosen up whatever solder's there. Let's try that again. And there we go. Now you can see, here's one of the old ones. So B is the positive, and then negative, and AC are dummy lugs. Now you'll see that all that is written right there. So A, B, C, and negative. So there's your negatives. A, B, C, and negative. So there's your negative terminal, there's your positive terminal, and then A and C are dummy lugs, and that's what it says there. So it's going to be the same for The new one, this one and this one are dummy lugs. There's your positive, and then the negative is the knurled pin, and it's also indicated by here. So you can see for size comparison, let me just zoom out a little bit. Size comparison, it's pretty immense. What a difference 35 years makes. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to clean these up just a little bit. So I'm just going to pop this up through here, kind of align the holes. Can kind of see how I'm aligning it through the existing holes. There we go. Perfect. So there's the first one. I'm going to do the second one. I can see one of the holes there. Sometimes this gets really tricky. It's not so tricky when you're not filming it, but when you're filming it, it's just, you got to watch your screen, make sure that you're able to see what you're doing. So there are those two in, and now just throw some solder on there, and that'll be that. I'm just going to turn on my extractor. All right, and there we go. Nicely soldered. So what we'll do is we'll flip this around. All right, so there everything is. All in, ready to go. Now, again, I have had this on since I did the smaller caps, just not the bigger caps, but it shouldn't be a problem. But I've got it hooked up to the dim bulb tester anyways. So let's see what happens. So it'll turn on. And as expected, the dim bulb goes dim. Just had a relay click. Dim bulb's not going bright again. So I'm thinking we're good to go. Put it in there. So now we're connecting directly to the power outlet there. Power it on, wait for a click. And there it is. So everything is looking good. So in the next video, I'm going to post of this unit in part 3. I'll be doing the bench test. Now some of you have seen me do that before, but I'm going to do it from start to finish on this unit. Hope you like this video, guys. Small update. Again, my apologies for not showing you the soldering of those caps, but I think a lot of you know how to solder already, so it's probably not that necessary. But at any rate, I'll post the part numbers for those from Digikey, just so that if you are working on one of these and you do need those caps, your search will be easy. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.